Has your car been making weird noises lately that you're ignoring? Well, Brian Bowersock is joining us this morning to tell us the 5 noises that you should not ignore in your car, because you can get stranded on the side of the road.
Stranded or lose parts off
or
the
lose
car.
Parts and just
Never good.
No car whatsoever. Thanks for being with us.
Glad to be here as usual.
Let's start with noise number 1.
Chirping or squealing.
Chirping or squealing.
Or
What, you have a bird
growl.
stuck in your engine?
No, actually we're talking about wheel bearings here.
Okay.
And why this is important, we often see cars that people have been driving around with this loud noise, and they kind of ignore it. They keep turning the stereo up. We get the car and raise the car up, and the wheel is almost falling off the car because the bearing has failed.
Now that's really not a good thing.
That's really not a good thing. So you want to listen for that chirping or squealing noise or growling. Then we have grinding, the famous brake noise, okay?
Oh, yeah.
And we get folks in
You can hear those from a mile away. The people next to you can hear them.
Those are the noises
really
when the car goes by to stop, everybody on the corner looks to see what the noise is. Can obviously turn into a dangerous condition. We get folks that run all the way through the rotors. So, you know what, having the brakes inspected regularly is always a great thing.
Yes.
A hissing sound. Now we're talking about cooling system issues. We see a lot of blown hoses not replaced when they should, failed thermostats, radiator caps, things like that. That can leave you alongside the road, and not only that, can turn into a very expensive repair if you overheat the car regularly.
Right, so don't want to ignore the hissing sound.
Ignore that, or if you see a radiator light or something like that. Fourth thing we're talking about is tapping noise from the motor. Noises from the actual engine. Low oil conditions, timing chain problems.
Tapping, I've never heard of that one. Tapping from the engine.
So you run an engine low on oil, you can get a lifter that makes noise, valve train noise, things like that. So you probably wouldn't have heard it driving, but not surprised. Maybe.
Right.
If you don't change your oil like you're supposed to, you could.
Don't
mean to throw you under the car again.
We're going there again, aren't we?
Anyway,
and so the 5th one, roar from the exhaust.
Yeah, and we're talking about exhaust for one simple reason. Obviously, folks sometimes think exhaust noise is not a big deal, but we can get exhaust fumes up into the cabin, which over a period of time can cause health issues, things like that. If you have small children, we always want to avoid that. Make sure we keep the exhaust system in full tack so the exhaust is going out the back of the car.
And we don't want to be polluting our air either.
No, absolutely not. We want everything clean and keep the car in good working order, and it'll get you where you need to be.
Yes, and you don't want to get stranded on that side of the road.
You do not.
Brian Bowersock, always a pleasure. Thanks
Always
for
glad
being
to
with
be
us
here.
this morning. All right, still to come.